Yeah, welcome once more to my channel. One of my videos, I said I'm going to explain to you viewers composition of pig feed. In that video, I dropped some feed uh, ingredients that we can use to compose pig feed. Since we don't really have them available here in the southeast where my farm is located, but what we do, we compose this food. We buy the materials from warehouses that sell these things, and we formulate it and give to the pig, and we're having positive results from them. In that video, I said that in composition of pig feed, especially in my farm, I'm using this farm as a case study. Every other farmer or every other farm might have their own formula, but the one that I'm using here, right here in this farm, is the one that is working for me. And if it's working for me and you apply it, it will also work for you. What I use is, as I mentioned that time, is the PKC. Make it of PKC palm kernel cake, which I said is an extract from palm kernel oil. When the oil is removed, you have the kernel. The kernel is being broken. The fruit inside is being processed. The kernel oil is removed. Like those are in part of the southeast, we call it the darkening. The darkening is being separated. Then the other part is being used as the palm kernel cake, which we use to feed our animals. I use it to feed pig. Some other farms can also use it to feed birds or any other animal. But here, we make use of it here to feed our pig. PKC is one of the source. We also have the maize, or the source of carbohydrates. We can use maize as a source of carbohydrate, as I said in that video. But due to the nature of the maize now, it's so expensive, many farmers are looking at alternative. Maize gives them energy, which is carbohydrates. Carbohydrate must be part of their food. If carbohydrate is not there, they cannot have energy. The source of energy. Corn is meant to contain high percentage of carbohydrates compared to every other one we mentioned. We have the rice bran, we have the broken rice, we have the cassava, we have the cassava pea. Most persons say cassava pea do not contain little quantity of carbohydrates. But if you look at the research, Google it, you discover that cassava pea contains about 42.6% of carbohydrates compared to wheat bran, rice bran that contains 50.6%. So the difference is here is just about 8 point something percent of carbohydrates. So if you have cassava pea, you can also make use of it, because right now every farmer is looking for alternative way to feed their animals. I also mentioned protein. Protein must be there. Help to build their bones, help to build them so that they can grow as fast as possible. I've mentioned PKC, I've mentioned carbohydrate, I've mentioned the sauce. I also mentioned protein. You can use soya. Like here, I make it of soya, I make it of fish meal, grounded fish meal. If I don't have soya, I don't have fish meal, I look for this okpa seed. Okpa seed is also good, also rich in protein. You might say okpa seed. How can I get okpa seed? But you look for the chaff, grind it, mix it, and also give to them. If you have granite available, it's also a source of protein. If you have blood, as I also mentioned, for those who like to make use of blood, you can also make use of it. It also contains a lot of protein there. Because one of blood contains most of those condiments, like saying all this information, everything is like there in the blood. You can also give to your animal, but I'm not advising any farmer to use blood in his or her farm. It's your own choice. But in my own farm, this is what I do. So I mentioned PKC, I've mentioned carbohydrates, I've mentioned protein, you also mentioned mineral, which is also very, very important. You might be asking, how can I get mineral to give them? The source of mineral. Because while they're in wild, they know these things, they can feed on plants to get this. But here, we domesticated them, so we have to provide all these things for them. So what we do, we buy broiler premise. All the minerals you can think of are all in that broiler premise. Yes, they are there. Poultry farmers use it. So there's one called broiler premise, or call it look for pig premise. They are all there. You can buy from the veterinary offices or doctors. So I've mentioned minerals, I've mentioned protein, I've mentioned carbohydrate, I've mentioned vitamins is there, I've mentioned enzyme. Enzyme is also very, very important. Also mentioned lysine. Lysine is important because body system cannot synthesize enough lysine. So what you need to do is for you to bring it from outside and give to them. So you buy lysine and also give to the pig. It makes them to grow faster. It also help it helps them to grow faster. I mentioned lysine, I mentioned enzyme, I've mentioned vitamin, I've mentioned carbohydrates, I've mentioned protein, PKC is there. So some farmers might decide to mix this thing and give them dry, while some farmers decide to mix these things and make it water based. So water is very, very important in their feed formulation. So if you are giving them food, you want it to be dry, then make sure that you provide water for them. But if you are mixing the food, you want it to be wet. Yeah, it is okay. Like in my farm, what I do is to provide this thing for them in a wet condition. Even I'm not available throughout the day, I know that their body will be hydrated. They will not be dehydrated. So that's one thing we should try as much as possible to avoid, making your pig to be dehydrated, because they need water. Water is very, very important in the life of this pig. They need to drink water at every given time. Sometimes they might decide to lie on it inside the water to cool their body's temperature, body system. And one funny thing is that pig is one of the animals I have seen that do not have sweat gland just like us. They don't sweat. So the only thing they need is water to cool themselves. They drink water and they also use it to cool themselves. They also use the water to also mix their food and give to them to eat. I also mentioned of salt. So without giving them, if you have mixed all this food and you don't give them salt, I don't think that food will be a nice food or a nice meal for them. It's just like you cooking a very delicious meal and there's no salt to taste. So know that salt contains sodium, and it also good in the development of pig, especially pig too. They add to their growth. So all these things I just mentioned is the items that I use in formulating the feed that I give to my pig in my farm. If you have any question you feel like asking, please don't fail to send me a DM. Thank you.